guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin. If you're new here, otherwise welcome back. I love you. Today's video is all about social anxiety, my history with it, some tips and tricks that have helped me through the years, and at the very end, I'm going to share something that has actually helped me almost completely get rid of it, and I think in the future will help me get completely rid of it. Life-changing advice, honestly. So if you have social anxiety, sit down, have a seat, grab a snack, and let's get into it. Brief history on me and social anxiety. As a child, I was nonverbal. Like, actually a child, like under 6. I didn't talk to anyone but my mom, like for real. Everyone thought there was something wrong with me, and there wasn't. I just didn't want to talk to anyone but my mommy, okay? Is there anything wrong with that? And then as I got a little bit older, probably like elementary school age, I was just shy. I would still talk, like I would talk to people. Obviously in school you have to talk to people. So yeah, I kind of broadened my horizons. I was still like timid and shy, but like I would talk to people. And then through that process, I finally got to a point in elementary school and middle school where like I truly didn't give a fuck. I could talk to anyone. I could be my true self, and my true self is loud and annoying, okay? I'm fully aware that I'm truly in my soul annoying, and I'm fine with that. But yeah, I was able to be loud and annoying and talk to anyone and say anything, and it was fine. And then the end of middle school, I started getting shy again. And in high school, I got a little bit even more shy. Like if people talked to me, I was pretty fine, but I wouldn't go out of my way to talk to anybody except for like my small group of friends. And then it transformed into like where I think true social anxiety stepped into the picture. Before that, it was kind of just like me being shy, me being timid. And then this is where my actual social anxiety, I believe, formed. And I would blush so badly, like not even just like cute, like tee-hee little pink cheeks, like actually full red face, blush, talking to anybody. Truly, like presentations, my face is red. Someone comes up to me, gives me a compliment on my shoes, my face is red. Anybody who is not my best friend and my small group of friends and maybe my boyfriend, my face is gonna be beat fucking red when they talk to me. I worked at Kohl's at the time, and customers who like went outside the script, you know, when you're working in retail, there's a script you follow. If anyone went outside that script, I instantly like got super red. And I would be so ashamed of it, which now looking back, like when I see people blush and like their face gets red in public, I think it's cute, honestly. Like I think it's really adorable, and it's like, oh, like come here, you know, like it's adorable. And I don't know, in the moment I hated it, and I was so self-conscious of it. It just made me more anxious. I would start sweating because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm panicking, and just wasn't good. That I think is the pivoting point into where, yeah, it turned into true social anxiety. And I was just trying to calm myself down. I couldn't do it. I didn't know what to do. I would just sweat more. My face would get more and more red somehow. And one trick I did learn through this was my hands are always cold, so I guess this doesn't work if your hands aren't cold. But I would put my hand on the back of my neck. It actually calmed me down and cooled me down, most importantly. But I think even just like rubbing the back of your neck, obviously like it looks like you look nervous, but obviously if your face is red and you're sweating, you look nervous too. So like you might as well like calm yourself down and stroke the back of your neck. And it honestly truly does help. Again, if your hands are cold, it works even better. Like I instantly felt good, but yeah, that does work. In my senior year of high school and my first year of college, my social anxiety did not exist. Social anxiety was scared of me, okay? I literally did not give a fuck. I was, again, like I was in elementary school, able to just be annoying, be loud, be myself. I would talk to anybody about anything, anytime, didn't care. I was like the most outgoing person in the room all the time, which was fun. Like it was really fun. I felt like I could like authentically be myself. Crazy, I know. But like truly it dissipated. And I don't know how that happened. But COVID came. And with it came my social anxiety again, okay? And this time it really brought me back to just like my shyness. Like I felt really self-conscious talking to people, and I didn't really go out of my way to talk to anyone. I would only talk to people if they talked to me, and even then I'd get like kind of nervous and shifty. But I didn't have like, wasn't blushing, nothing, no other symptoms. I would just get like I would be like awkward, you know, like I couldn't like be relaxed and be myself. And then that slowly turned into my lip quivering, which was the start of it all. Truly, that was the downfall. Oof. Yeah, my lip would quiver and I would like bite my lip a lot or like scrunch my lips or something. And that is when I started putting my hand right here. And if you have acne, you know that putting your hands on your face creates more acne. My acne right in this area got so bad because I was constantly putting my head there to stop my lip from quivering. And I don't think anyone truly noticed, even I don't think my boyfriend noticed for like a pretty long time. Honestly, I kept it pretty under wraps, so I was able to like keep it to myself and like pretend like it wasn't happening, but it was. And I never really figured out how to stop it. It was like such a new and weird thing to me that I did not know what to do about it, so I just kind of ignored it. But it got worse again, obviously, and it transformed into full-blown stroke face. Okay, this side of my face will completely just like it just like I cannot smile. Even like I'm sure you can tell now, like honestly it feels like I truly did have a stroke, and then like this is just my face because like I can't, it is not as expressive as it used to be. And anytime I would get anxious, my lip would quiver so bad, like it would actually be noticeable, not like before when it was just like a little like just I could feel it. This was like everyone can see it, okay? And yeah, it made it so I couldn't smile. My whole side of my face would like basically go limp, and it was ramping up towards the time of my college graduation. And to this point, I don't think anyone had actually seen it. I had like been putting my hand here or just like try like moving my face more so that maybe it could like relax the muscles and, you know, like that type of thing. And I could just get through it. But my graduation day, my whole family came. My boyfriend's whole family came. I was just really, really anxious that whole day, and I did not know why. Like, it's supposed to be such a good like celebratory day that I just didn't know why I was so anxious. Like, I truly could not relax, and it felt like it had been all coming up to a point, and this was the point. Went through graduation, totally fine, got my diploma, came outside for photos, couldn't smile for a single photo. My lip was quivering so bad, it was like, bleh. I'll put the photo here because it literally ruined every single one of my graduation photos. Unironically, I did not get a single one where I could smile, and nobody knew what was happening. Even my boyfriend didn't know what was happening. And so nobody could comfort me because they were like, what the hell is happening? Is she actually like dying right now? And so I think everybody just kind of ignored it. I tried to ignore it, but obviously this was like a crash out. Like, this was the moment where I was like, damn, I need help. Like, this is too bad. Like, I can't believe it has gotten to this point. I did not think it would ever get to a point where it would like actually impact like the people around me. I never thought it would get to a point where like I don't know, you know, it's like such a different level than like just blushing. Like, blushing's fine. It's like, oh, you're a little nervous. Having a stroke face is like, do we need to take you to the hospital? And when you're having a panic attack, that's like the last thing you want to hear, you know? Yeah, I wasn't able to cover it up. That was the first time that it happened, and it wasn't the last at all. It happens all the time now. I don't think I have smiled truly like the smile I used to have pre-stroke face since it happened, honestly. Like, I truly don't think I have been able to smile how I used to, my true full big smile, since then, because it, like, every time I smile, I think about it, and then it happens. Every time that my breathing, like if I breathe heavy, like if I'm working out, my brain will correlate it to having a panic attack, and then I have a stroke phase. It just truly, like, it impacts my life so much because like people respond well to you when you smile at them. Like, strangers won't react positively to you if you don't smile at them. And that's just a fact. That's just how we're built. So not being able to smile at people, especially strangers, is such a hindrance. I'm not able to smile at people, and even like family, if I am like conscious that I'm smiling, I can't do it all of a sudden, and I have to like drop my face, like complete relaxed face, which is crazy. And it just happens so often. I can't give presentations at work. I can't really speak at work, like solo speaking. I have to have my hand here, or I have to be chewing gum, which is my next tip. Chewing gum helps me like massage my mouth, I guess, from the inside, and it like works the muscles that are like twitching, which makes it so that they can't hold still and twitch. And so chewing gum, once I figured that out, I figured that out probably like 8 months after my graduation. Like, I figured it out a long time afterwards. I kind of just tried not to smile for a long time because it would just happen every single time. And once I found out about chewing gum, that truly fixed the problem for the most part. It was annoying. I have to be like smacking gum for it to work because you need to like move your mouth a lot. So that kind of sucks. And it's probably really annoying, but it helped and I didn't get stroke face. So a win is a win, I guess. But I used it so much that it started not working. My lip would still quiver even when I was chewing gum. And this happened probably like a year ago where I was at my work's conference, my work's yearly conference, and last year I was chewing gum, thought it was my crutch. All of a sudden it wasn't working. I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't smile at anyone. You're supposed to be networking. So I'm like, okay, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? I don't know how I got through that. Honestly, that was another seriously anxious day for me. I don't know how I got through it. And back in the day when I was just blushing and that was my social anxiety, smiling was my crutch. I was like, at least if I'm smiling, like I have a good smile. If I smile, they'll know that it's not that serious. Like I'm, you know. Now I can't fucking do that. I don't have any crutches, especially after gum stopped working. It's like I have nothing. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to solve this, and it's been 2 years of this happening to me, which is so ungodly long, longer than I was even blushing for. And it's such like a miserable thing to be happening to someone. I don't know if anyone else has really had this. I've seen like one post on Reddit and I've gotten like 1 or 2 comments my DMs about it, and I truly I don't think anyone should have to deal with this because it really is like the worst thing. Not the worst thing that anyone could deal with, but in terms of like anxiety, it is one of the worst things I can think of happening to someone because it really does impact your life so much. Even just little things that like people without anxiety or people with like high amounts of anxiety, and this doesn't happen to, you can still smile at people. Like people truly do not respond well to you if you don't smile at them. That's just the truth. Even my boyfriend sometimes thinks that I'm like unhappy or I'm like miserable or we're doing something out and about, and he'll be like, oh, you're not having fun? Like I'm having fun. I just like physically cannot smile when I'm anxious at all. Like I have to be fully relaxed to be able to experience a smile, which is crazy. If you know me, you know I'm almost never fully relaxed. So I don't know. And smiling is like so fun. It's so freeing. Like you feel good. I don't know. It just sucks not being able to smile. And if you are experiencing this, just know you are not alone at all. I've been dealing with this for 2 years. I've just slowly been like collecting things that like I can cover up my twitching and my stroke face with, like putting my hand here, chewing gum. If I do the combo of chewing gum and putting it here, I can cover it up and just play it off as like me chewing when actually my lip is fucking quivering. Or I will have people sit on this side of me, or I will be drinking something or holding a cup here so that I don't have to show that side of my face. If I'm wearing sunglasses, sometimes that helps because I feel like if I can't see them that well, they can't see me that well, even though that's not how it works. But sometimes it tricks my brain into not being anxious. A lot of things I thought would work don't work. And breathing exercises only work if you do them already. So obviously when this was happening to me, it didn't work. And now on to the piece de resistance. Okay, this is actually life-changing advice. On my vision board for my New Year's resolutions for 2025, I had on there to get my smile back. Okay, if you watch that video, you already know, but I want to get my smile back this year. This anxiety quirk has impacted my life so much that I truly cannot deal with it anymore. Either I'm getting medicated this year or I'm figuring something out. That's what I said in my video. And I mean that, like truly, if I can't figure it out by the tail end of the year, I'm gonna get medicated because I cannot deal with this any longer. I'm not allowing this to impact my life. I'm figuring out a solution. And literally days after I filmed that video, I literally said, I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. I didn't. I had no idea. I literally had no idea. I had already exhausted at that point every option I had, and I had no idea how I was gonna do it. But on my vision board, I worked from home this particular day that this happened, and on my vision board, there's a girl doing yoga. And it was a snowstorm day, that's why I worked from home. So I couldn't drive to the gym. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do yoga as my workout today. Not literally not thinking of anything of it. And at first I was like, it's snowy, it's cold, like maybe I just won't work out at all. It'll be a rest day. I worked out yesterday, I don't need to work out today. Then I saw my vision board again and I said, okay, I have these goals, I need to hit them, I need to be consistent, so I'm gonna do yoga. Okay? I put on my favorite boho beautiful yoga. I did one session for lower back, and then a video popped up about upper body and shoulders. I've always had back pain just because I slouch, but these last few years, my back pain has been different. It's been like my muscles feel like expanded, like there's, like it almost feels like there's like a giant tumor in between my shoulder blades, okay? Like I can't like move the way I used to. It feels weird, and I've gotten massages. They said there's tension, but it's nothing like out of the ordinary. Even when I have good posture, like it doesn't go away. I don't know what the problem is. So it's like, oh, perfect. Like I have upper body pain. Let's do this. And I believe it was yin yoga, the one where you hold positions for like 2.5 minutes. I truly had this breakthrough in this session. Like I said, when my heart rate rises, when I'm exercising, I start getting anxious. And in puppy pose, I was getting really anxious. My fingertips were kind of going numb, and then you know your brain just tricks you into thinking like everything's wrong, like oh my gosh, you need to get out of this position, like this is so bad. You start panicking. But I had this vision in my head of me, calm me, my soul, inner me, standing in a forest, and then there was the anxious version, literally like running around going crazy, like oh my gosh, we have to get out of this position, like it's just so anxious, just running around so anxious. And then calm me was just standing there. Calm me reached her arm out, put her hands on anxious me's shoulders, and slowly the anxiety started disappearing. Anxious me started disappearing. And I felt it in my body too. Like truly I was feeling like the anxiety was going away. I felt comfortable. I could actually feel the benefits of the stretch. Like I felt in touch with my actual self, and I was able to push the anxiety away. I know you're probably listening to this and thinking I'm crazy, but I have so much more to back this up. So stick with me. 4-ish years ago, I was in therapy and I was talking about my childhood, whatever, trauma. And she recommended this book called The Body Keeps the Score. It's about, I never actually read it, so I don't know, but she was telling me about it, and it is about how your body physically holds on to trauma, anxiety, stress, anger, sadness, all that, like it holds on to it. And so that, I thought about that in that moment when I was in puppy pose. Afterwards, I Googled, where is anxiety stored in the body? Guess where it's stored in the body? The motherfucking upper body and shoulders. All this time, it has been stored right there. That giant tumor that I felt was literally the embodiment of my anxiety. I have, right after that session, I journaled. This is Monday, January 6th, 2025. I had to get these feelings out. I had to record this because it was just truly insane that like I had this huge breakthrough. So I'll just read it to you. I had a huge breakthrough in yoga today. During one of the 2.5 minute holds in upper body, I saw myself in the forest, and I saw the anxious version of me there too. My arms were going numb in my body, and my anxious self started freaking out. I kept breathing through it, and my true self was able to calm down the anxious self. The anxiety completely extinguished, and even when it tried to come back, I was able to dissipate it again easily. I just made my vision board talking about how I don't know how I'm going to get rid of / overcome my anxiety this year. I did yoga today despite feeling lazy. I saw my vision board, saw the yoga pose, and said, yeah, I should do that. Everything is connected. Everything I want and everything I need are intertwined. Just taking the next step and choosing what I truly want at every intersection will result in the creating of the life that is my calling. The life my highest self is already in. Yeah, that basically sums it up. I had the realization that my best self is already living in the reality that she's in. She's already there. I just need to take the next steps, and I will start forming my life into that life. And also, yoga truly is like a safe space to work through these emotions, because yoga does bring up a lot of emotions. Like obviously trauma is stored in the hips, and that's like common knowledge at this point. And a lot of people experience like breakdown crying sessions from relieving tension in their hips. It makes so much sense. Like obviously if I relieve the tension in my shoulders, the anxiety is going to come out. I can deal with that emotion by bringing it out of my body. And it just like, it truly showed how connected everything is. Like when my anxiety started getting worse and worse is when my back pain started getting worse and worse, and my shoulder pain and my like stiff shoulders. Like I couldn't move my arms really. Like I was just like, I noticed it, but I didn't think that they were connected. And I don't know, it's just so obvious now that like your body truly is connected to your trauma and your anxieties and your feelings. If you have strong feelings, if you have trauma, if you have anxieties, it's probably manifesting somewhere in your body. And typically, I guess, like for most people, it happens like in these specific areas, but it could be anywhere. So I guess my tip is to do yoga, but do yoga intentionally. Take account of where in your body you feel pain, different pain, weird feelings. Do yoga targeting that. I honestly recommend yin yoga because again, it helped me. Like 2.5 minutes is definitely enough time to bring out those emotions, especially if they're stuck like mine. Mine have been there for at least 2 years, probably my whole life. You can deal with those emotions as they bubble up through your practice, but it has truly helped so much. I only have done one session, that one session that I just talked about. That was the only time I did it, and it really has helped me tremendously. I've only been anxious. That was January 6th. It's January 17th. So 11 days. At this point, I probably would have like gone through at least a pack of gum or two. Yeah, I know. And I would be anxious at least once a day. And I've only been anxious once. I've only chewed gum once, which is crazy. I went to that very same conference I went to last year where I couldn't stop my mouth from twitching, constantly chewing gum. I literally gave myself stomach issues from chewing so much gum and the gas that was building up during that conference last year. This year, I didn't chew gum. I got anxious one time at the very end of the conference and I popped a piece of gum. But as soon as I left a situation that was making me anxious, which wasn't even a bad situation, it was just someone I didn't really know and I felt it creeping up, I spit out my gum and I was still fine. Even after I had had that panic attack, I was able to spit out my gum and continue on, and I was fine. And I went out with people afterwards, was having fun, talking to people at the airport, talking to people in the Ubers. Usually in every single one of these situations, my brain would be wanting me to escape, which is what it was doing in that yoga pose and puppy pose. And being able to push through that and calm yourself down, it really just flipped a switch in my brain. And obviously it's not completely gone. Like I still, like, it happened, I still got anxious, but it's not near as much. And if I keep up with this, if I actually do it consistently to relieve that anxiety out of my body, I think it will completely go away. Like completely. Which is insane. I just can't believe, like literally days after I made that vision board video of me saying, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It happened. And now I know how I'm gonna do it. And it's crazy. I know that I could be sounding very woo-woo right now. Just trust me, try it out. And it really is life-changing. Be intentional. Be in touch with yourself. Yeah, yin yoga. Yin yoga. I love Boho Beautiful, my favorite yoga teacher. I really hope this helps someone. If you are dealing with severe social anxiety or stroke face or lip twitching or blushing, just know you are not alone. I have dealt with all of these for a long time. I'm here for you. You can DM me anytime on any of my social media platforms. I will respond. You can leave a comment down below. I'll respond there too. And yeah. I hope this helps. Truly, truly, truly. If you try this and it helps, let me know. If it doesn't, also let me know. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Back to you.